Would you like to provide your ManyChat subscribers with a digital punch card so you can reward them? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'm going to show you that now.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon.
So, how's everybody doing this lovely day? We're going to get this party started, and we're going to continue from the last couple weeks and keep working on this coupon redemption flow and keep adding more features to it. So if you haven't seen the other previous videos, one of them is actually the coupon redemption. It's a while back. And what I'll do is I'll put up in the eye, up on top, you can get to the coupon redemption flow, which will give you the whole flow. At the end of the video, I will list out the last couple weeks where we talked about initially just how to use a share button with a card, just to have it shared. And then last week we talked about actually enhancing that card to have a redeem the offer button as well, which will actually track who shared the card. This week, what we're going to do is we're going to add even more to that, and we're going to actually create a punch card for a subscriber so that they'll get a punch for redeeming the offer, and they also get a punch for a person that they sent the card to, the share card. They shared the card, and they friend, family, whoever it was, took advantage of the offer and redeemed it as well, giving them a point or a punch on their card, and also giving a punch on the person that shared the card. So we will start here in the coupon redemption flow, where it all starts. So it's basically you're having an offer, you're driving somebody in to the bot, giving them an offer from a Facebook ad, could be from a rough URL from some website or in an email. It could be a scan code, or actually now QR code, bringing the person into this, and they scan the code, they come into the offer. So there's many ways to get people into it, but basically you have to start with an offer with a coupon redemption to do this part that we're going to do today. So if we zoom in to this flow, here's the original offer. And then once they're going to redeem the offer, they need to push this button, which will go to another flow. The last couple weeks, we've been working over in this area here where we're going to share the card with a referral, that type of thing. So the card pops up and goes to other flows. What we're going to enhance here is we're going to go from the redeem coupon button to asking them if they really want to redeem it. And then once they say yes, we're going to collect the dollar amount, just the whole dollar amount from them, so that we can actually put that into a Google Sheets so we can track the ROI on this offer. All right, so a little update. I'm just kind of jumping in the middle of this thing here. I just wanted to give you a quick update. After getting most of the video done and stuff, I realized that we need to put a little stopgap or a check gap to check to see if they've redeemed the offer, because now we're giving them rewards. When I first did this coupon redemption flow, it was a one-time shot. And if somebody came and tried to redeem it again, so they did, but it didn't really matter, being that they weren't getting any points for it, stuff like that. And so you don't want them going through and redeeming it themselves. Now, granted, you could use a QR code, you could use something to, have them scan, but with the buttons, it should work with no problem. What I did is I put a couple checks in here. So as you can see, where I interrupted the video, we were here where you were adding a tag, you know, a redeemed donut tag, which that's what you want to do. Once they, enter the dollar amounts in, then you're going to tag them, redeem the offer, whatever offer it is. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go back here, and when they come off the redeem coupon button, and this, I did make the changes to the coupon redemption. So if you are following that video, you're going to have to make these changes as well, because you're going to be giving them points, and you don't want them at home sitting there going and adding points to their thing. So redeem coupon, what you're going to do is you're going to check to see if they have the redeem donut, the redeem tag. If they have the redeem tag, you're just going to tell them, hey, you've already redeemed this donut offer. Thank you for your business. All right. If they haven't, then you're going to go on the normal ways, say, hey, ask them again, do you really redeem for sure? And then you're going to check the tag again, because if they went back in their messenger, they could hit this button, redeem coupon, or they could hit this button again, redeem for sure again. And so you want to check the thing again. You don't have to send a message out. Obviously, if it's not redeemed donut, now you're going to get the dollar amount and stuff. And also to prevent your ROI from being off, because somebody would sit there and do it multiple times. So I just wanted to kind of give that update. Is you do need, if you're following the coupon redemption and you're following this punch card process, you do need to add these conditions in here just to make sure, and then this extra message, just to make sure that they are not coming back and redeeming over and over and over. All right. And then this one's just a stopgap, just to make sure they don't get to this point again. And we get tagged as redeem the donut. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add some more actions. We're going to increase a punch card points total. That's a new custom user field that we're going to create. And this is for, you got the offer, you want to redeem it, and you redeemed it, you get a punch on your card. Basically, it's just a custom user field that you increase by 1. Then we are going to check, we're going to create a bot field. So I'll show you, there's 2 custom user fields we're going to create for this and 1 bot field. The bot field is going to be how many punches they need on their card in order to get something free. In this case, we're going to give them a free donut. So we're going to create that. And so you can compare how many they have. Oh, they never changed that. Oh, there it is, total. Never changed in there. So basically it's the points total, and it's going to check it against the bot field and see if they have hit the threshold. They're going to get, hey, congratulations, Jeff, you've earned a free donut. Please stop in, show us this message, and we'll give you your free donut. And then what you'd have is you'd have some way of resetting their field. So we're not going to talk about when they come in to redeem their offer. You just create an offer, and within that flow, have them scan something, have them redeem their free donut, whatever it is. Maybe in the following weeks we'll kind of talk about that follow-up offer and how you can reset. But basically what you do is that when you have them come in, have them do something in the bot. You create another flow, scan a code, a QR code to get it, and then within that flow they get their donut, and then it just resets their punch card. And if they didn't hit the threshold, then what we're going to do is we're going to display and say, hey, you have this many punches out of this. So let's say it's 1 out of 10 points to get a free donut. Then we're going to go in and check to see if the shared card user ID has a value. So let's say I shared the card with you. Now you went and redeemed your offer. Well, you redeemed your offer here in the first part, and you're going to get a punch on your card. Now what we're going to do is we're going to check to see if it was shared. I shared it with you. And if I did, I'm going to get a point on my card. And we're going to go use an external request using the ManyChat API to set a custom field. And then we're going to wait 1 minute. And then we're going to, this was in the coupon redemption before. This is giving them a follow-up offer. You know, they wanted a follow-up offer or something. Actually, if that has no value, this no should have this going to here. All right. Because if you're redeeming your offer that you got, you didn't share with anybody. So we're going to look at this, and it wasn't shared, that you don't have a value, then we want to still give you the follow-up offer. It doesn't have to be a minute. You know, if you go back to this coupon redemption flow, the video on YouTube, I have it up on the top here somewhere. You go there, this will be explained in there. All right. So that's basically what we're going to do today. And from here, when this field gets updated, and we're going to look at all this, but basically what we're going to do is we're just updating. Here it is. We're updating a field, and it's called punch card points earned this time. And it's just going to, what it's going to do is trigger a rule. And the reason I did it this way versus going directly and adding one, you can't add one in the public API. I can't add one to a custom field. So the points total, the one we are looking at to compare to the bot field to see if you've gotten enough points or punches to get the free donut. Well, you can't do that directly in the public ManyChat Public API. So, and what you can do is you can look up the field in the public API and then take that and then add one and then update it. And I'm like, oh, that's just, you know, programming. If I was doing it on the outside in an API and Node.js, no problem. I just boom, boom, I do it. For doing this directly in ManyChat, not as easy to do multiple calls dependent on each other. I just didn't want to do that way. So what I did is I just created another field that I'm updating with one. And you could, you know, if there's more points, let's say you're doing something else, and that's why I left it open here, is depending on how many points you want to give them for certain actions down the road, you can give them more than just 1 point. And you could just use the same process, just increase this value to something else. But what it does is then when that field gets updated, there's a rule right here that gets fired off. Punch card points earned this time. I'm going to go through all this. So I'm just kind of giving you an overview right now. This is going to probably be a pretty long video. And then what it does is does a set custom field. And what it does, it sets the point totals to point totals plus whatever's coming in. And then it'll send a start another flow to do the same thing that we just did for, let's say, you with these two messages. You get the free donut, or if you got you haven't reached the threshold yet, it will send these messages out. So what we did is we will create another flow that checks the point total, just like we did in the other one. But now we're doing it on the referral card, or the share card. And then we're going to send a message, or either message, one that you got the free donut or the other one, to your referring person, the person that shared the card. All right. So we're going to go back and let's start over here. So some of the changes you're going to do to this flow are this. You take this coupon redemption flow, and you're going to come in and you're going to ask them, okay, you got the please redeem, show this from your phone to the cashier. You're going to show that you got this coupon, and then press redeem button and enter the whole dollar amount, for example, of this. So I'm kind of explaining, I'm pre-phrasing or not preempting, pre-framing, there we go, pre-framing what they're going to have to do to redeem it. So they push the redeem button, and I'm just going to say, great, do you really want to redeem? Just want to make sure. If so, press the redeem again. Redeem for sure. And once they do, is we're going to repeat those instructions. So we pre-framed them before to say, hey, this is what you got to enter. Once they enter that, now that is all in this coupon redemption flow within that video. So now what we're going to do, and plus the tagging here, just before I forget, I need to remove this tags so that I can actually run this flow and test it for you. All right. So now we get back, and this is the code we're adding. We're going to automate it, continue off this message here, and we're going to do an action, increase S punch card points underscore total by 1. So I'm going to go out here. I'm going to tell you this is what you need to create. You can create the custom user field here. I'm just going to go into settings. So what you could do is open up another session for ManyChat in your account. Go to settings, go to custom fields, and we're going to create a couple custom fields here. One is, I think it's on the top. I don't know why. One is going to be called S underscore punch underscore card underscore points underscore total. And it's a number field. All right. So you can create that one. Then what we're going to do is we're going to create another one. I kind of explained how we're going to use this other one. And it's right here. S underscore punch underscore card underscore points underscore earned underscore this underscore time. And it's a number field. And that's going to hold whatever points they earned. And then you're going to create one bot field called S underscore punch underscore card underscore rewards underscore points. You're going to make it a number type field, and then just put a value, whatever value you want to use. You can use, I use 10. So they need 10 punches or points, whatever you want to call them, to get their free or whatever offer, the free donut in this case. So those are the 3 fields, 2 custom user fields and 1 bot field. So now we're going to go back here, and this action here is going to set punch card points total by 1. So it's going to increase. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick an action, go to set custom fields, and then you're going to, I'm just going to go into this one. You're going to pick your field, S punch cards points total. You're going to pick increase by and then by 1. All right. So that's counting towards your full punch card to you. All right. For your punch card. And then you're going to check to see if you have reached the magic 10 punches. If you did, we're going to tell you you get a free donut. Please stop in, show this message, and we'll give you a free donut. All right. I suggest, obviously, there's a little bit of process when they come and do that. They can show you the message, say, hey, I get a free donut. You can look at the time, and then what I would do is have something that's going to reset so they can't come in again. What you could do, just to verify, because somebody could come in and show that thing all the time. Hey, I got a free donut. Hey, I got a free donut. Create a flow that will verify that they really do get a free donut. And how you do that is create a flow that they would scan. Let's say you use a QR code to scan. Say, hey, I get this free donut. Okay, great. Here, scan this code so that we can give you get you the free donut and we can register it. Just tell them that. You give them the code, they scan it. What I would do is I would do this condition right away. Our point totals is exact this, 10, or greater than. I mean, you could change this, I guess, to greater, but then they're going to lose all their points. Or you could subtract 10. That's what you could do. In the flow that redeems it, you could subtract 10 so that if they've come in and actually done more before they actually came in and showed you the message, they would only subtract 10 out of their total. So what you could do on this one, you could say, instead of saying exact, we could say greater than or equal to. There. So you could go greater than or equal to. That way. And then when they come in, have them scan a QR code, and it's going to check this, do the exact same condition here. And if it's a yes, if it's a no, you just say, hey, you don't, at this point, you've already redeemed your donut, or something. You can tell them like, no, you've already done that. And maybe when they come in and do this, maybe in this process, you can save a date and do that stuff. But then it would just come in, and what it'd do is reset, subtract 10 from their total and reset everything. And then you could have another field and say, put a date in it. Say when they last came in to redeem their donut. And so if they come in and you get a message and it doesn't, and it says, hey, no, you don't deserve a free donut right now. The last time you redeemed one was this. And then you could show them their date, that type of thing. So you could control fraud that way. But anyway, back to where we're at. So we're checking it, and we're going to send them the free donut message that they come in, redeem it, or tell them where they're at. Now here you could do some fancy things. You could do some things where you could, have an image of a punch card and tell them how many they have done and left. A little more advanced versus this right now. So right now I'm just going to tell them, hey, you got 1 out of 10 points to get your free donut. All right. Then it's going to check to see if the offer that I'm redeeming, or whoever's redeeming in there, that first part there, was actually came from somebody else. And if it did, we're going to, so you're going to check the shared card user ID. Now go back near the end of the video. You need to go back to last week's video where I showed how to use the get offer with a ref URL and passing the user ID and saving it into this field, into this custom user field like this, so that you can check it now and say, hey, is that something that got referred? So just remembered one thing. I want to make sure that I do not have that field filled in, because if it is, then it kind of gets screwy. I don't see it. Show them all. Yep, shared card user ID. I don't have it filled in. Good. All right. So let's get back here. So then the first thing, if they do have a user ID, it was shared. So somebody shared the offer with me, and now I redeemed it. What you're going to do is set up a call to the ManyChat Public API, and you're going to use this URL, set custom field by name. What you want to do is authorization. Now, this is very similar to what we did last week, so I'm not going to go into huge detail here. As far as getting this information, please watch the other video. You'll learn how to make this request very easily. And actually what you can do is you could duplicate that request and bring it over here, or just copy pieces out of it once you do it. But I explain how to get this. This is from, if you go to settings, we're done with the fields here, so I'm going to get out of that. you go to settings, you go to API, and there's your API key. So one of the first things to do with the external request using calling the ManyChat API is to do authorization, then put bear space, and then the token. All right. And then the second header you need is an accept and then application JSON. All right. And then in the body, you're going to set up the details that need to go with the call to the public API. Now, you could do this if you go into, when you're in here, you can click on this link here to go to Swagger, which I'm already in. And I'm just going to close this one. I'm already in it. And then what you do is authorize. And so what you can do is you take this, it has to have the bear on it, and put that in. Oh, it says I'm not. I'm going to do it again though. Authorize there. And then what we're using is not this one. We are using set custom field by name right here. So you could test it. And so you can kind of see, oh, actually, I already have it in here. But what it's going to look like when you come in, it's a little different. It's going to tell you what you need, the requirements. It's going to subscriber ID, field name, and then the value, depending on what kind of field. Now we're dealing with a number. So if we go back to this one, you can see I put a 1. So you can test the things here, and then you can test them here. And then you could just copy this code and copy that and put it right in here. All right. And it should render over here. You should see it like that. And we're not doing any responses. We're not doing anything. We're just updating that field. So once that field updates, here's a rule that we need to create. So I'm going to go back out, and you're going to create a rule called punch card points calc. And in there, you're going to do a trigger, and the trigger is going to be custom field value changed. All right. And then you're going to pick punch card points earned this time. We just set that in here. And the reason I'm doing that is, again, I explained earlier, is that you can't take a field plus another value. So I like, let's say total points. You know, how many punches do we have? We have 5. I need to add 1 to that. Well, in this call, you can't add 1 to an existing field. So I said, well, I mean, I could go look it up, bring it in, and do all that stuff. But to do that in ManyChat locally takes a little bit of extra time. I was like, oh, screw this. What we're going to do is we're going to update a new field, points earned this time, and we're going to create this rule so that when that field changes, then we're going to accumulate the points, and then we're going to send some other messages out. So that's how this works. You know, so basically, and then you choose the field. Let's see, it's here somewhere. SSS, shared points earned this time, and it says has any value. All right, so then it changes. I'm just going to get rid of that one. And then over here, we just did set, you know, we did we did an action and set custom field. All right, just like that. And then in here, and I'm just going to do this. I'm going to delete that and go into this one. Here's the field that we're setting. We picked custom formula. And then we just took what was already in this field plus the points earned this time and added it together. All right. And then the second action is going to start another flow. Another flow is this one, where we're going to check punch card points total to the threshold to get your free donut. Again, same thing that we did. Same thing that we did when you or I, whoever got the offer initially, right here, we added one to their points. We checked the points to the threshold and we sent either message. So that's what you're doing here, but to the external person that actually shared the card. Actually, we could change this. Why don't we change this to greater than or equal to? And like I said, so that when you redeem, all you do is subtract 10. So let's say they didn't come in to get their free donut until maybe they accumulated 2 more points. And now they're at 12. And 10 is the threshold to get a free donut. So I come in and say, hey, I get a free donut. I forgot. I kept on forgetting. Oh, okay. Scan this QR code. And it's going to subtract 10 from their total points or point totals or their punch totals, whatever you want to call it. And it'll go down to 2, not to 0. All right. So you want to do that. But here again, all we're going to do is check to see if they've earned it. If they did, yes, they did. We're going to send a message like we did in the previous video when we're thanking them for referring. We're doing the same thing. We're going to send content. We're going to set this up like this. So the authorization and accept. In the body, it's a message. Basically, the message is just, Jeff, a friend just redeemed their donut offer you shared with them. We have added a point to your punch card. You have earned a free donut. Please stop in, show us this message, and we'll give you your free donut. All right? So it's the same message that we were sending to us or to the person that had the original offer. And now, because our friend, and it gave us a free donut, hey, all right, I can come in and get my free donut. And save that. And then we're going to go in the other one. And this one, because I don't think I'm doing anything there. No. This one, we're just sending a message saying, hey, a friend just redeemed their donut offer you shared with them. We have added a point to your punch card. You have X of X points to get a free donut. All right. And so you're just communicating the same thing to them. And that is it. So I believe that's the whole system. And then off this, we're going to check that. This is when they're checking to see if it was shared. And then this is just an offer, that you could take that off the coupon redemption too. It's just something that gives them an additional offer made down the road. You could delay this for like 5 days, or whatever you want. So I just did 1 minute to show how it works. All right, so now let's test this all. And so we're going to go back to the coupon redemption process, and we're going to run through this whole thing. And if you want to, obviously look above, I do have a link to this whole flow, this redemption, but we're adding to this. So let's just run this. And we're going to get here. So let's see, you need the email to complete the process. So let's say you ran an ad, you did a scan QR code to get here, whatever you gave the offer to, I got the offer. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to put my email in. Now I have the coupon and I can go redeem it. All right. And I should have an entry here. This bottom one is an entry. This is my test thing. Basically, this coupon redemption tracks everything in Google Sheets. And so now we redeem the coupon. Did I redeem the coupon? I don't know. I didn't redeem it yet. Let's redeem it. I'm going to put 35 bucks. All right, so I have 6 points in a free donut for now. So that's what I have so far to get. And so the share card came here. So I'm going to share it with somebody. I'm going to share it with Jeff CubVox. Oops, I don't think I shared it. There we go. I'm going to send it. I'm sending it to him. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out. And I'm going to go over to here. And I'm going to switch over to my other alter ego. And I should have let's switch to a different account. I don't know. This isn't it. It's the bonus one. I'm just going to log out of here because I'm going to do it over here. Oh, there we go. It did come up. All right. I'm going to switch over to this guy, and I'm going to go to here. And I shared this card with him. All right. So I shared the card with my friend. And you can see it came through me, and I shared it. So I'm going to get the offer. I'm going to say, okay, give me the offer. And now it's coming up and asking me all the good stuff. All right. So Jeff, here's there. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to redeem it. And I'm going to redeem it again. And I'm going to say I want 25. I spent $25. All right. And so I have 1 point. So see now I got a punch card and it says I got 1 point. Now we should have some messages over in the other, in my account. So I'm going to log out. And I'm going to switch over to my original one. And we're going to go over to Messenger. Not that one. Not that one. And then I'm just going to open up Messenger again. And continue as Jeff Kabinski. And let's see. There we go. All right, here we go. Thanks, Jeff, for sharing the donut offer with Jeff CubVox. They just got the offer. So that was when I got the offer, and I clicked on it and get the offer. So we got that message. That message is in last week's video. You'll see how to do that. And then here, Jeff, a friend just redeemed their donut offer, shared with you. We have added a point to your punch card. You have 7 of 10 points to get a free donut. See right up here, I had 6 when I redeemed it. Now I have 7. So it's all working really slick. The rule shot off, and they sent the additional messages out, and it's all working slicker than flies on shit. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. That should be it. See if we can add anything else the next few weeks to this. One of the things you can do is add custom audiences to it. So you can do that. Now let's just see. I'm not sure if this updated. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, see, this is Jeff CubVox. So I don't know why it didn't. This is what it should do. So I'm not sure why. Oh, I know why. Never mind. Here's the $35 I spent. It redeemed it up here because I'm in here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So it didn't find the one, but it is working. Well, that concludes our video for today on how to provide your ManyChat subscribers with a digital punch card. This way you can reward them for their redemptions or their family and friend redemptions with something special. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I'm happy to answer them. And as always, like the video, share it across the world, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Click the little bell so you do get notified when I upload a new video. Down in the description, have a link to a great Facebook group. Come on and join us. All like-minded people sharing things. And as always, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.